What's up YouTube? This is Carlos with Twins Reef, bringing you guys another tank build. Thank you guys for joining me today. We're going to be setting up the 2021 high-tech Planet tank. So if you're interested in setting up a freshwater Planet aquarium, you are more than welcome to stay in this video. And today I'm going to show you guys how Twins Reef does a high-tech Planet tank. So I'm going to tell you guys everything that I do to set up, everything I'm using for this tank build. It is a high-tech Planet tank in my opinion. For those that are new to freshwater, there's low-tech that basically go anywhere from just having enuvias, people just using root tabs and things like that. And then we have the mid-level like a regular Planet aquarium, which people go with 30 Planet tanks. For their substrate, they dose on the water column, they dose the root tabs, and they use decent lights. Now, what most people consider a high-tech Planet tank are aquariums that use good soil that is actually made for an aquarium. Some examples are the ADA, Amazonias, and they have other lines of substrate they use, also the Fluval Stratum, and there are many others other brands that actually came out with their own substrate, like CCAM, and much others. I think Acrion has theirs already, and there's other brands as well. Also, what they use is high-tech aquarium lights. I think Radion already has their freshwater lights. Of course, AI Prime has the Aqua Illuminations has theirs. There are other great lights as well. I don't know if ADA has their own lights, but there are many other options for lighting. I think Fluval 3.2, I think that's a new one. That is another great light that you could use. And a high-tech Planet tank also has CO2 system that doses the aquarium, and some others go off their way to dose the water column. There's no need to do root tabs, since you already have that good substrate you're going to be using. And today I'm going with the high-tech Planet aquarium. I've always wanted a good high-tech Planet tank, so that's another challenge for me. I tried it in the past. If you guys go back to my videos with my 30-long innovative marine tank, which I did a mistake there. I fell in love with the aquascape, rockscape, with the plants. I did a dry star method, guys. The plant grew like crazy. The Monte Carlo, I had a carpet effect, everything. But when it came time to actually put the water inside the tank, within a week I had algae issues. And I seen other people that they had the same issue, and those are the people I actually looked at their videos. One thing they did not mention, guys, and they probably didn't know either, they use tap water, conditioned tap water with conditioners like Prime and other brands like that. But I want to give a quick shout out to JJ's Aquarium. Lately on Instagram, I've been asking him a couple questions regarding his Planet tank, regarding a DIY stand he made and what type of water he uses for his Planet tank, since he has an amazing tank. If you guys, he's there on YouTube and Instagram if you guys want to check him out, JJ Aquariums. He doesn't even know I'm shouting him out, so I'm just quick shout out to JJ Aquariums for that tip. He told me he used RO water. I was like, RO water, okay. But then just today I confirmed he uses RODI. I did see his filter kit, his filtration system, and it looked like it was an RODI system. That I know of, RO system uses 2 filters, 2 stages, and RODI uses 3 and above. So that's what we're going to be using for this tank, and RODI water. I was going to do the dry star method, guys, but to be honest, I have no patience, and I don't want to take that risk of me having any issues later on in the future. When you do a dry star method, you just got to be careful to not put too much water on the substrate, because it could cause algae blooms and bacteria blooms and the substrate, so you guys have to be careful with that. And you do not need an all-in-one system. This is what I'm using, is a Innovative Marine drop-off tank all-in-one system. There's other options, guys, like Sums, hang in the back. Also, for a cool thing for his Planet tanks, freshwater, you can use canisters. A lot of people use canisters. They get rimless, nice rimless tank, or they do a DIY, do-it-yourself rimless tank. You get the regular Acrions and they remove the trim. It's a smaller tank. They do not take that risk of having that tank to leak in the future. So if you add a canister, it's going to work. But me, guys, I have a saltwater tank, as you guys know, that I set up the 20 drop off, innovated, and I need to have a matching tank. I want to compare two systems, reef, planet tank, the best of saltwater with the best of freshwater. And honestly, I'm a freshwater guy. I love my freshwater tanks, even though I never had a successful planet tank. This is a new challenge, 2021, and I'm sure it's gonna be a successful build. So yeah, you guys go with hang on the backs filters as well. They work perfectly for freshwater planet aquariums. So this is the way I'm going to do it. So you guys can get tips and things like that I'm going to be using. So let's start off, guys, with the substrate. I went with the flowable stratum again. Why? I think it's a great substrate, and it is really it's really budget friendly in my opinion. When it comes to rich nutrient substrates, ADA comes a little bit more expensive with a lower quantity. Also, yes, this is 17 pounds, but at the same time, guys, this substrate is so light that when they come to 17 pounds, it is good quantity of substrate that you'll be grabbing. So I think this is probably going to be a little bit too much for this aquarium, but regardless if it is, I could always keep some substrate and use it for another build. So I went with flowable. My wife said, just go dirted. You already had success with the dirted planet tank. Your plants grow like crazy. But I was like, you know what, in the future, if I want to remove a plant or something happens, remove something, I don't know, disturb the substrate, the dirt is gonna go back in the water column, dirty the tank, and then I'm gonna have problems, which I don't want to deal with that. So I gave flowable stratum another try. I know it's not flowable that caused that algae issue. I'm 100% sure that it was on that tap water. Because even though those conditioners you use basically neutralizes the chlorine, it still has other material in there that could cause problems in the tank later on. So I'm pretty sure it was that. So yeah, so I'm going to be using the flowable stratum. If you guys want low tech tanks again, you guys could just use regular soil, regular gravel, my bad, even sand. I've done sand as well. Just feed them with root taps and the plants will grow. Not as much as they would with this type of substrate, but they still will grow. And then if you guys want to go dirty planet tank, man, those tanks, they've always worked for me. So if you guys are interested in doing a dirty planet tank, I could do one for you guys, and we could set one up. Probably do a 3-month setup dirty planet tank. That way, people will see how awesome they are. So yeah, flowable stratum, that's our substrate. I'll put that down. Next, of the substrate, guys. Of course, we need a heater. I'm gonna be using the Aqueon Pro 100. Again, I wanted to go with Cobat or other brands out there. I have no patience to wait online. So I went to my local pet store. I went actually to a big box store and I went with the Aqueon Pro 100. I think this is a good quality heater. So we're gonna give this a try again. And again, for this setup, guys, I'm gonna do the same with saltwater. We're gonna use temperature controls. Again, I wanna have established, well-balanced aquarium. Then, this is not even necessary. This is just for me. Using fish guards, overflow protectors from Innovator Marine Tank. I bought these when I had my 30 long Innovator Marine Tank. Or it actually could be necessary for this. Why? Because there's actually an overflow behind, and we do not want shrimp to go back there or little fish. Since this is gonna be a nano tank with nano fish, so excited with shrimp, we do not want them to get stuck there. So this fish guard is going to protect that, causing the flow to be less. So great product in my opinion. I even added my saltwater, which I don't need it, but hey, I have two, might as well use one for the saltwater as well. So that's what we're gonna be using. What else? With lights, I'm gonna go with the Prime Fresh Water. I left it open because I just wanted to make sure if it's the black one. I have 3 of these lights. I have the white one and the black one. I'm not so sure, I'm still debating, but most likely I'm going to use the black one since my wife told me to use it, because I asked for her opinion on everything. So yeah, we're going to be using this. This is first generation Prime Fresh Water 13 LEDs. Great light, has worked for me. So that's what we're going to be using for lighting. What else, guys? Here I have an Amazon package, which I haven't even opened. So I'm going to open that right now. And what this is, I'm going to be using ChemiPure Green. This is active carbon, high grade ion exchange resins. I love this product, guys. This thing will get rid of phosphates, nitrates, and all that thing. So this will make your water look crystal clear. I bought one for my saltwater tank. I'm gonna give it a week before I add it. So I'm gonna give it a week, make things establish a little bit, then add it. Same thing with the fresh water. Wait a week and then add it, just to let you guys know. Chemi Pure Green. When we set up the tank, we'll just go over everything what I'm gonna end up using, and then this wouldn't be a high-tech plant tank without a CO2 system. Before I set up my 30 long, I was doing research what type of system I was gonna get, and what was more cheaper for me and being a smaller system, guys. Paintball gun worked for me with this is a fun zone regulator, a CO2 regulator, and it adapts to paintball guns, and I think it also adapts. You could also use these with the 5-pound cylinders, so that is a good thing. I do have to clean it before I use it, so I'm really excited for that. So yeah, we have to give it a rinse off. I'll probably do it on vinegar for a couple hours and let it sit on the sun, and then rinse it off again with tap water. But I'm not going to be using this probably within a week after I set up the tank. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the equipment. And of course, I'll be using my mounts, which I already have right here. Yes, Rockscape and Driftwood, they're actually sitting out in the sun right now. They should be already dried, and we're going to be doing that, but that is going to be also included in this video, setting up this tank. And plants, to be honest, guys, I have no plants at all. I actually am going to head out to the store later today to go buy the plants. I called already, they have them in stock, so I'm going to do that. But it's okay, because I know that once I set up this tank, the water might be blurry. So we're going to let things settle down before we add the plants. That way, when you guys see me add the plants with AquaSeed, you guys will be able to see a little bit more. So yeah, so let's start. Already leveled the stand, everything's good. I already plugged the return pump, and let's just set up this tank. I'm not sure if I'm going to be setting up, recording everything, but we'll see. We'll see how everything goes. Okay, so I was trying to look for some scissors and I wasn't able to find any. But you know what? You don't even need it for this. So, what we're going to do here, open the back of the full stratum and let's dump it already inside the tank. So you don't even have to rinse this type of soil. I just dropped some. So yeah, like I told you guys, I knew this was gonna be a little bit too much for this specific tank, but it is fine. Because on my 30 long build, I actually had two type of substrates. I had the C-Cam and I forgot fluoride, C-Cam fluoride black. And I had this flubal stratum, and once I was like messing around with the plants, trying to escape the aquarium, it made it really difficult. Like the things would get mixed up, the substrates, and it didn't look nice. So this, we're gonna give it about an inch of depth for that substrate. So that's what we are doing right now. And next thing, what I'm going to do, have my RLDI water here. That's what I'm going to be using. Sorry guys, looking out the window because we have the mail lady coming later today. And when she sees cars parked in the front of the house, she never leaves us the mail. So I just gotta make sure she does this. I'm waiting for something on the mail. So I'm gonna clean this. I did had already had water in the spray bottle because I was thinking I was gonna do a I thought I was gonna go with a dry start method, but I changed my mind. I don't want to. I do not have the patience right now to set up a dry start method aquarium. Hey, what's up, YouTube? So it's Carlos bringing us this quick clip. Every time you buy new driftwood, spiderwood, dragonstone, or any type of material you're going to be using for your plant tank, make sure you always wash it. Even if you bought it from the store, you want to cure it, make sure there's no bacteria or anything that will be harmful, will cause you issues on your setup. Mine is old. It's probably like a year to 2 years old. I haven't counted when I got them, but regardless, I gave them another I washed it again. There's also a lot of ways to clean it. You know, people boil them. Some people put them in like vinegar or bleach. That's a longer process in my opinion and a little bit risky. So what I did, guys, I did the traditional way of just putting it, boiling them. That's what I did with both dragonstones and with the spiderwood. After that, I decided to let them just soak in tap water, which tap water has chlorine. So that should get rid of a couple of things as well. Next thing I'm going to do, which I'm not going to be showing, is just getting an old toothbrush and scraping off the rocks. Just make sure all the debris is removed. Again, I had all this material outside in the backyard when it was raining. So this is my method. I'm gonna just brush them off and just leave them in the sun and let them dry out. So yeah, just want to share that with you guys. Alright, guys, so like I told you guys, the dry wood dried up, so did the dragonstone. We already added the substrate. If we have to add a little bit more to make a little bit more depth look into it, that is something I am going to do. So let's start off with the aquascape. To be honest, this is the hardest part and this is what takes the longest. So let's get things started. Alright, so like I'm doing everything, guys, is like basically straight out. Everything is basically new. It's not like I already had an idea of how I wanted this aquascape, so this might take longer, but of course I am going to be of course, like I said, I am going to let's see how that looks. I don't know. Let me see. I don't know if I'm gonna be using the dragonstone since it's a little bit too much. I think that'll be a little bit too much for everything like this, for this size. To be honest, but we'll see. I don't have my wife here to help me today, so we'll see how things work out. Hey, what's up, YouTube? So I took me like 2 hours or 3, to be honest, to do the rockscape, the aquascape, and it looks ugly. Whatever. It looks ugly because the spider wood moved around and it started to float. Since I haven't cured it and to actually, or what it's called, waterlogging it, for it to sink down. Right now I have a piece of dragon stone on top of it. Like I told you guys, the water's gonna be murky. We are not gonna add plants until a couple hours from adding the water. So that's where we're gonna be heading out, like an hour away from our house, to go get some plants, some Monte Carlo, and we'll see what other plants we get. I'm not gonna be adding no fish until like 2 to 3 days after, or probably a week. We'll see if I get any beneficial bacteria in a bottle that would help me speed up the process of the cycle of this aquarium. But for now, this is the tank. Yeah. So after I add the plants, we'll do a quick overview of the setup and what I did.